Good evening. Good evening all. How are we doing on this evening? Have you had a lovely day? Are you feeling full of energy on this fine Monday evening, or have you had a bit of a challenge? Whichever way you're feeling, yoga is the answer. I swear it really is. If you're feeling really tired, yoga will just gently release any tight muscles and cleanse your mind with your breath. And if you're feeling like you have energy left, it's the perfect exercise to do of a night time without actually revving yourself up too much before you go to bed, because some people struggle to sleep then. So it's just a lovely effect, and your body's nice and loose as it's moved throughout the day. So if you do it at the end of the night, it's really good. And a lot of people like it at the beginning of the morning too, but I think you need a little bit more of an extra warm-up when you do it first thing in the morning than you do as you've been moving in the evening. So what we're going to do today is that beautiful Surya Namaskar, which is Sun Salutations in the English, Surya Namaskar in Sanskrit. And it is a fabulous movement, flow of movement that can be quite like a dance. You can even make it like a dance. You can put your music on and create a really nice movement flow of dance if you like. I love to do that, but I'm not going to do that tonight. But you know, you can interpret it where you like. It's also great to take to the most beautiful mountain tops or by the sea and do this wonderful flow in that way. So, if you're joining me, take your mat out. This is a beginner session, okay? So I'm going to be breaking it down and giving you lots of options as we go along, because I know some people are, well, we're all at different levels. That's the way that it is. So, you know, as I said on my past ones, that sometimes you're really good at the strength part, sometimes you're really good at the flexibility. If you're great at both, I think you've been doing your practice, which is superb. And we only get better with practice. So I'm going to come to the mat. Just, I've got mine slightly on an angle, and so you can join in and see it. You need to put yours on a bit of an angle as well, or face straight forward, so you can watch exactly what I'm doing on this. So we always need a grounding and a warm-up, and often I'll do that. We start on the floor, as you would have seen in other sessions that we've done. But because I only have a short amount of time, and I want to take you into Surya Namaskar, I'm going to do the grounding standing up tonight, which is just bringing yourself into the room. So stand tall and think about your posture. You're growing from your roots, which are your feet. You're drawing up through the legs. So draw your muscles in to contract and pull it in the legs. You are opening the collarbones and allowing the arms to stay down here by your side, palms facing forward. Think about a cord attached to the top of your head, and it's gently pulling you up so that your head doesn't jut out or back. It just sits in a nice alignment there on the top, like that. So open, again, returning palms open, so we can take that deep breath in and out. Inhale deep, exhale long. And as we're going into a flow today, Surya Namaskar, I'm going to show you a different type of breathing. The last 2-3 times, we've been focusing on the beginner's breath of yogic breath that we do when we're in more gentle postures. But when you're going into the more strong poses and flows, we use a breath that's called Ujjayi breath. And so, first of all, I'm going to talk you through. So I want you to breathe in and out as you've been told the last few times we've been on. So inhaling from the belly into the heart space, into the collarbones, and exhale all the way down, remembering it's a muscle, as we've said, and we're awakening. And again, just allow that to flow, and with it, focus on relaxing through the shoulders, lengthening the spine. So just repeating that nice breath in and out. And then Ujjayi breath is when you're resting your tongue on the roof of your mouth. So just rest your tongue on the roof of the mouth and take an in-breath with that tongue there. Keeping your mouth closed. Now, when you do that, can you hear that kind of a snore going on, soft snore in your head? When you rest your tongue on the roof of your mouth, take that in-breath. It's like a snoring effect, okay? And you keep the tongue there as you out-breath as well. So to flow in and out with like a guttural sound. Your tongue's there. And this is a breath that will create more energy and more warmth. So it's really good when we are doing a more strenuous flow to use that breath, Ujjayi breath. Breathing in. Let's practice again. Breathing in and out. And in and out. So you're expanding the breath. Give it in your own pace though, not at mine. And again, when we finish, just drop in the comments if you understood what I meant by Ujjayi breath and that guttural sound going on in the back of the throat. That's really good for the throat, for that area. Really good for clearing the head. So you've got that. I think you might know what I mean with that. So from there, when we go into a flow, we're going to do that. But throughout the whole of the practice, you can carry on breathing like that, in and out, with the roof, the tongue pressed to the roof of the mouth. Now, what we're going to do is just warm you up in this position. So we're going to do some playground swings side to side, because we need to be warm for when we go into the actual flow. Just rotate, let your arms spin round, go a little bit wider heel toe with your legs, and then you can change side to side, just turn through the spine, we'll warm the spine up as well. Breathing in and out. Continue with your guttural breath there, and then use your arms, flow. Use your breath. Start to turn to twist behind. And bringing that inhale, rise. Exhale, ragdoll down, flop. Inhale, rise, bring the feet together. Exhale, ragdoll, over, up. Leaning slightly, so if you look at the angles, different angles, exhale, up, flop, up, inhale, exhale, down, and back to your playground swings, side to side, around. So this is your yoga mobility. Before you do your Surya Namaskar, your grounding, your breath, your mobility work like this. Can you feel yourself releasing side to side? And we are moving a little bit quicker on this today. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. So we're showing you more of a power type yoga. Inhale, exhale, over. Breathe in, ragdoll, let go. Release that breath. Let's go one more. Excellent. Let's just put the hands on the shoulders, some circles, releasing the shoulders one way and the other. Spread your toes, so you're grounding yourself in the floor. One more. Okay, from there, I want you to come to the end of the mat. Usually in the sun flow, we would do an out breath for every movement. In breath, out breath, in breath, out breath as we flow, okay? But I'm going to break that down a little bit slow because it's your first time trying this. Good evening. Okay, glad you're joining us. So roll shoulders back. Nice strong posture. You're expanding the chest. Palms face forward. I want you to breathe in. Inhale, rise. Take a look at the palms of the hands. Take 2 rounds of breath there. You're looking your drishti is towards your hands. And from there, we're going to forward fold, just hanging loose. Now remember, everybody's forward fold looks different, so you might be up here, you might be there. If that's a big pull on the back of your legs, you're bending your knees as you forward fold, so your chest is on the knees. We go 2 rounds in that position there. Breathe in, breathe out. Either legs bent or straight. If it's more comfortable bent, you always go with the more comfortable one, that if it's too much anyway. So there, you're going to come up to halfway in what we call a number 7 position. So from the crown of your head to your tailbone, it's nice and elongated, a nice flat back. At the same time, you're drawing back from the shoulders, drawing those all the way down to make a nice V shape. Tailbone slightly lifted so you feel that beautiful stretch down the back of the legs. Then we're exhaling again and we're going down to the floor and you're going to step back into a down dog. 1 and 1. Your down dog's here. Remember, if you are, again, tight in hamstrings, you're lifting your tailbone but bending through the knees. Also, strength might be compromised here if you are quite new to exercise. So take that breath but bring it out into your cat pose, all right? Take that little breather between at any time. So 2 rounds of breath in your down dog, straightening, and then we're bringing ourselves forward into Chaturanga Dandasana, into plank position first. We go down to the knees. I'm going to slowly lower heart to floor. From here, I'm going to take you into a little bit of a rest, elbows underneath, because we're warming the back up the first round, and we extend out, so lengthen and lift through the shoulders. Now in each round of this, in each Sun Salutation, it's exactly the same movement that you're doing, okay? Some instructors will vary slightly, just for whatever they prefer to do and teach. But your Sun Salutation goes around this sort of way. Your hands are underneath in Chaturanga Dandasana. That's the heels of your hands. You're coming up into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. My thighs are down because it's a beginner. Okay, from there we're turning, right? We go into down dog. Into down dog here, push back if that's too much, because we're going through the options today. You're going to push back into extended puppy pose first. All right, then you can come into your down dog. From there, you're lifting the right leg. Depends how high you want to go with that. You're looking towards navel and then you're swinging it all the way through. You can drop the back knee down or stay up. And then you're going to step forward into forward fold. And then you're bending your knees, open the arms, and you're coming all the way up. So that's where you have that Sun Salutation. And you're bringing it down. We're going to stretch open the chest from there. Breathe. So I'm going to do it slowly again on the other side with you, showing the options again. You choose. If you can remember them, think which was the most comfortable for you, or whichever that you felt was the right one for your level. You're going to inhale, open, take a look at the palms of your hands. Exhale, forward fold, draw back like you're flying through the air. Exhale, Uttanasana, that's forward fold. Inhale, we're going halfway again, so still warming you up nicely there. Exhale, release down and step back into your down dog. Or you're stepping down and taking the break here. Okay, so your choice. From down dog or cat pose, you're then melting the heart to the floor. Here. Roll the shoulders back. Second round, I'm not going to stay in cobra. I'm going to come straight back up into Urdhva Svanasana. Okay, so upward facing dog. Again, keeping hips down. Spread those fingers so you're making big handprints. Pull in from the tummy muscles. Core's working hard. Push into down dog. Hold there. Your left leg rises now because you've worked the other side and you step all the way through. Again, you may need to help your leg through on that one. Your options were to go through and stand or to go on the knee. And then you're going to step forward into your forward fold. Let's go. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward. We're going again on these 2 rounds, all the way down. Now this one, we keep our fingers towards the floor as much as we can, and we come up to look forward, but we're lengthening the hands down. Exhale, release down. You're stepping back, right then left, into down dog, push back, forward into full plank. I'm going to do one advance like this is, and I'm going to do then the next round in a more beginner level. So this is beginner, but strong, good exercise. Slowly lower heart to the floor now in plank. Okay, from there, roll, upward facing dog. You can hover your knees off the floor now, and then you're turning into down dog. Right leg lift. Really reach. Look towards the navel and step through. From there, knee up or down and forward fold. Rise up. Okay, you continue to do that one. Those who were doing that one with me, that advanced level, a beginner advanced level. And then I'm going back to the other one if you found that was too challenging just at this moment, because we are beginners. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. I'm doing the other side, this side, so you can really see the angles. So you may be here hanging, bending your knees. Okay, you're going to come up half straight and then look forward, maybe around there. You exhale down, step into down dog, left leg, right. You're coming onto your knees. You're hovering to the floor. You roll your shoulders back, your thighs stay down, and you're coming up. And you may take it back into extended puppy to release the back before you then come into your down dog. And instead of leg high in the air, you might just want to take hold of it here or here, knees down, help through, and then step forward into forward fold. And then slowly come up. So that's how we do those sun salutations. Now, on my post, I put that you can use it more cardiovascularly or more strength work. So sometimes if you think, oh, I haven't done any cardiovascular work, all you do is pick that pace up of that routine. Okay, so you go in a flow. So I'm going to do that and demonstrate that in that way. You can choose to either keep up with me or do it at your own time again, those 2 rounds. So we're going to inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold, fly. Now watch the change here. If you really want to go onto this one more dynamically, you're jumping back into a plank. We're lowering to the floor. We're coming up, hovering off. We turn into down dog. We right leg lift into 3-legged dog. Step all the way through. Standing split here. And feet side by side and rise. Again, cardiovascular, forward fold, exhale, inhale, forward, exhale, jump into down dog, coming into chaturanga, release to the floor, thighs up, turn into down dog, 3-legged dog, step, standing splits, reset, rise. So can you feel if you kept a pace there, that it worked more, the heart and lungs, the faster that you go. Slowing it down for more strength work is this. So obviously with this you take more breaths. So instead of doing the original 1 breath for each move, to make it more a strength workout, we can take it 4 or 5 breaths. So come with me. Inhale, rise, open into extended Tadasana. Let's take 4 breaths here. Drawing up through the abdominals. Allow the shoulders to relax. Remember, we always do breaths, not reps. Reuse that. Now, are you using that guttural breath we spoke about? Now a forward fold, all the way over, as far as you can, hand loose, tailbone to ceiling. Relax there. Let's go 4 breaths. We'll see in a minute where the real strength work comes in. Relax through the head, relax through the shoulders, allowing the hands to just sit where they are. Like I've said before, you're not measuring yourself by where I can touch my hands, okay? You're going at where your body wants to. Remember, you can take the lock off your knees. Then from here, we're stepping back into your down dog. So again, we're going to hold it here. This is where the strength really starts to come in. And the tailbone to ceiling, look towards your navel. Hold that there. We'll go 4 rounds of breath. You can drop your heels down fully or bending your knees, tailbone lifted. You're choosing there. Breathe. Okay, you ready to bring it into full plank or knees down plank? You're choosing, you're holding there. 4 to 5 rounds of breath. Remember all those options that I gave you on the first and second and third rounds. You're still choosing those options now. But just the only change is the breath. Chaturanga, slowly lower heart, resisting the floor so you don't fall down. You can hold there. Now, if you really want to use it as a strength workout here, you can hover in that for your 5 breaths. Okay? Or you're coming all the way down. Let's go for another 2. Inhale, rise, upward facing dog, knees down or lift, take your 4 or 5 breaths. Off, thighs off, hold there. Feel that lovely stretch in the back. You're taking all that in your arms, your toes. It's a lovely tummy stretch. Strengthening in the back. Turn your toes under. Come all the way back into your down dog. Stay in your down dog. Or remember, your option is your extended puppy pose. Guttural breath, ujjayi breath. Into your Ardha Murga Svanasana, down dog. Heels working towards the floor. Knees bent, option. Nice and strong. And then leg in the air. Or step through, all the way through. Knee can be down. You'll take another 5 rounds of breath. Or you find your happy medium somewhere between 1 to 4 to 5 rounds of breath. And then we're stepping forward, forward fold. And as you're a little bit looser, just really bring your tailbone up. And maybe you're still here. Maybe you're bending your knees. It isn't a competition. You've done really well. Come all the way up. And palms together. And that is your flow. And as I said, it's always a 15-minute that ends up at half an hour usually. So thank you, namaste. I hope that was informative for you and another little taster of what happens in yoga and when you're standing those lovely mountain tops doing that flow and feeling great. You will get there. Don't get frustrated if you were thinking, wow, that was intense. Don't get frustrated, okay? We'll break it down, you break it back, and you'll get there in the end. So have a fabulous evening. And I am back on Wednesday night for the next flow. And on Wednesday night, I'm going to do some samples of balances. Trees, stars, okay, and warrior threes. You can use the wall. As it is for beginners, this program is, all right? So we give you all the options. Night, night. See you soon.